Hello, people of the internet, and welcome back to Halcyon 6, the point-and-click survival strategy game. Because, seriously, you literally only click. There are hotkeys, but I always just click everywhere. So, ever since recording the last video, I've realized that, the recording software doesn't actually pick up my mouse. So, that's important information. So I will no longer circle important things with my mouse because you can't actually see it. And also, as usual, the game music is way too loud. I turned it down a bit. Hopefully you can now actually hear what I'm saying. Anyways, so, last time, Earth got blown up or something, or New Terra, and the aliens, called the Cruel, have opened up a giant portal, guarded by a bunch of one of the weakest enemies in the game. Though I am playing on Captain mode this playthrough. I have played in Cadet and Lieutenant mode before, but never on Captain, and it gets pretty hectic. Anyways, so, my missions that I currently have. So I have to expand the fleet by promoting a second officer, get a ship for the second officer, explore a room in the starbase, get the officer academy, build it, and then get a third officer and get a ship for the third officer. Then one of the asteroid fields has sent us a distress signal, and I have to go and fight the pirates. So let's go here first. So I'll just select him. Oh, and I can actually name a fleet. So since I'm part of the New Terran Federation, we'll call this the NTF Colony Defense Fleet. Oh, so I actually do things more than clicking. I type to name things. Oh yeah, also, so now that it's no longer a tutorial, I can actually see what the customization does. Oh. So, oh, that's cool. So basically, I have 3 different moves that this ship has, and then I can swap them out with each other. Ah, it makes so much sense now. Because, there's an alternate version of this ship called the Marksman, where this attack, when it's put on the Marksman, does so much more damage. That's probably because the Marksman has, like, a higher damage on it. Like, the actual damage stats of the Marksman are much higher than the Rogue. Anyways, so I never use teleport explosives, so let's replace that with, let's replace it with triple shot. I'm not actually going into combat, so let's just use repair all to repair the ship at the cost of some dark matter, and then send it off. And the game doesn't actually move forward because I've set it not to. So to start off, let's just get a ship for Tim Simmons, my new cadet. Or officer, he was a cadet. So I can get the Warder, which has some good hull, aim, it has negative evasion, it's also faster than the Knight, and does less damage, and has no crit chance. So the Knight does more damage, can dodge, and has critical hit. While this guy has more speed and some more hull. I'm just gonna use the Knight to start off. I might eventually start using ships that branch off the Warder, but for now, construct the Knight, and while that's constructing, we'll have Tim Simmons explore this room. Now that we're zoomed out, I'll just press this button at the top to forward time. And as you can see, the days go by quite fast. Yeah, so our navy's almost completely destroyed. What a disaster! And they think that going to our own station sounds great, but if we can protect them from the aliens, then they'll stay there and produce materials. So all the stations haven't been up that much in-game time, so doesn't have that much materials, but I'll just take it and then leave the system. While we're at it, let's just redirect the fleet at the cost of some more fuel. And I forgot, this is the beginning of the game, the point at which you don't have basically infinite fuel. So that's a problem, I guess. Let's just fast forward time some more. Okay. Okay, so basically the facility is destroyed, but there might be some dark matter inside the dark matter extractor. So we'll send a team looking for resources, and huzzah, there are aliens. A fledgling cruel larva, which has vulnerability to shocked and resistance to afflicted. Wait, what? Oh, someone's here. One moment. Hello. Dang. Anyways, Commander, we've managed to lock onto a hailing frequency to the alien ship. Though our translation algorithms seem wholly unable to make any sense of their garbled language, if that's even what it is. ... So, mysterious alien race, we desire communication with your leader so we know your grievance against us. On behalf of the citizens of New Terran Federation, I demand an immediately cessation of attacks on our territory. Under the NTF Carter Section 227, I hereby brand you a deviant species. Submit to our authority or face destruction. So, I'm going to go with the first one, because that seems like the most polite. You could try words, you know. Dilly noted fellow alien, very well, history note at. You could try words, you know. Well, good luck with that. I don't even know. Anyway, so, I guess we communicate with them now? Like, that wasn't something that was in the previous update, that's for sure. And as far as I can tell, it seems completely pointless. Oh, the landing gun flicks that. Anyways, so ground combat works pretty much the same that ship combat works, except with crew members instead of spaceships, obviously. So he's blinded, which will decrease his aim, and he's now confused, which will make it harder for him to dodge attacks. I can then use Shrapnel Glaze. Yes, I can now use Shrapnel Grenade to make him take damage over time. Oh, and this cadet... I forgot, my mouse doesn't appear on the screen. The cadet on the bottom inflicted him with confusion, and so now the cadet on the top can use Laser Pistol, where his specific Laser Pistol exploits confusion. And this one exploits bleeding. Fantastic! And there is a death animation of the enemies. It's completely terrifying, and I don't know why that's in this game. There's an option, apparently, to turn off violent death scenes, but the button doesn't work. Anyways, Commander, your officer is leveled up. Click on their portrait to promote them. They have earned skill... Can I please speak English today? They've earned a skill point that can be used to unlock a space or ground combat power. I would recommend you do this now. And we got 65 cases of dark matter. Fantastic. So let's just click on his character portrait. Now here are his skills. The ones that are further on the right can only be unlocked at higher levels, but the first ones they are much... they can be unlocked at first level. Anyways, let's just unlock backstab maneuver. And that's nice. He has 1 day remaining to do that. Can he make it? Yes, there's enough fuel for the fleet to make it to Eta, I think. Okay, so it's in ruins, and there's nothing of interest there. So that was pointless. Let's go back to base now. And we've cleared out the section. And the Knight class starship is now ready for active duty. So now it brings up this menu, and I can put Tim Simmons in control of the ship. Zooming out. I did not research the Officer Academy tech, so if I just zoom in, if I just click on the Technology Research Archives, you can see all of this is stuff I can research. I'll just start off by researching Officer Academy. It costs that much scrap, well, that much materials and dark matter. Then if I go in here, I do not have enough materials. So I do get materials from exploring, so I'll just assign Tim Simmons to explore another area. Huzzah. Okay, receive more materials and dark matter. Let's also get Corbin Lau to explore. And just wait. And just wait. Oh. Starbase exploration event. Your exploration team has encountered a Grombulus. Something like that. I've never actually had to pronounce things, but anyways. While coordinating an exploration expedition, Tim Simmons senses a Grombulus hidden nearby. These disgusting semi-psychic creatures are known to attempt to wrest control of the minds of their prey, and must be rooted out immediately before it attempts a psychic attack on Tim Simmons. Wildly fire in its direction! Tim Simmons, without warning their cadets, starts firing at where the Grombulus seems to be. Unfortunately, the confused cadets, not knowing what to do, join in on the badly planned attack. Many hit each other by accident. Attack! So, anyways, this is a juvenile Grombulus overseer. It is weak to exposed, and it's resistant to blinded. Anyways, deploy combat officers. It uses Scream to instantly perform damage on him. I will just use Electrocute on him to give him the shocked debuff. He's now slower and the other characters can move faster. He's resistant to blinded, so I will not use Run and Gun. I'll use a regular space pistol that really will just do a tiny bit of damage. These are two of the same guy. It's literally two of the same guy fighting him. Fantastic, whatever, let's try using Run and Gun anyways, because it's just a -1 damage, because it barely does any damage anyways. And this exploits blinded. So that was really effective actually. He uses a healing ability on himself. 13 per round. We can beat that. Let's just use Run and Gun again and hopefully it works. It does. Just do that. And another mine. There we go, he's done. I was actually expecting it to be more difficult since I'm on a higher difficulty than I normally am. We've managed to destroy the treacherous Grombulus at this location. The area is now ready for construction. It actually isn't. He's still exploring and will take another day. Anyways, that battle allowed him to level up, so let's give him Repair Drone Overdrive, which as you can see, sends out a repair drone on overdrive. Continuing with exploration. Okay, he's cleared out the area. Let's send a fleet to the nebula, and let's create a new fleet. Let's call it NTF collection fleet. So, note that, this isn't, like, the name of the fleet, like, oh, this is what the party that you assembled is. Instead, that's the name of the, specific customization that you have for the ships. So, when the, ships are out there, and you've already sent off the fleet, you can reconfigure that specific fleet and then send a new one out that's literally, like, you can send the same fleet out again, but with a different combination of ships. That was a very poor way of explaining this game's mechanics. Okay, they've cleared out that room also. Do I have enough resources? No, I do not. Let's explore again, I guess. Transfer some fuel, and I'm supposed to upgrade its capacity. I guess I'll do that just to complete the quest. So now he will stay at that station for 4 days. Now as you can see, there's a little progress bar showing how long it will take. Oh, how lovely. A skrill. A fledgling skrill hatcher. Weak to blinded, resistant to shocked. Let's do this. There's really nothing to say about this fight. I will now speed up the footage. Anyways, your crew was successful against Skrill. Hurrah! There we go, he's completed it. Oh, if I just press acknowledged when a room construction is finished, then time will continue forward, but I don't want that to happen. I want it to pause so that I can get all of my crew members to be doing things without wasting time. Let's just send him out as a collection fleet to the nearby asteroid field. Yep, made contact with the asteroid field. Transfer materials, leave system, done. Go to the colony. Yep, okay, there's a fully stocked and functional colony. Basically, a bunch of Federation refugees get there, and then you can basically show up to pick up more crew from the colony. Yeah, so colonies produce more crew, materials mines produce more materials, fuel refineries create more fuel, and, well, I haven't found a functioning one yet, but dark matter extractors will get more dark matter. Materials are mainly used for making more rooms. Oh, that's nice. Okay. And so yeah, materials are mainly used for making new rooms, dark matter is primarily for making new ships, and fuel is for getting your ships to go places, and crew is also used for creating ships. Like, you need a certain amount of crew to do that. It's also used, you also have crew members to recruit new officers, clone officers who have died, and also they sort of work as your health bar, where if the station has 0 crew remaining, you instantly lose. We've arrived at the site of a Terran fuel refinery. It's invaded by aliens. Yep. So there's probably more fuel there. So beam to the refinery. The basic gist of things. And now here's another nonsensical conversation with the Cruel. Listen, anomalous biomass. In this part of the quadrant, we generally converse before jumping into hostility. Or nice limbs. What? What? I don't know what to choose. I mean, I want to keep the conversation going. I guess I'll say nice limbs, whatever that means. Are you just going to sit there and stare? Okay, that blink was pretty threatening. Or stare blankly in incommunication, or sigh. Okay, let's get this over with. That blink was pretty threatening. Engage fast-forwarded fight. And now we've won! We got 80 units of fuel. That's a lot, actually. Anyways, wait, it said we got 80 units of fuel, so why does it say we still have 28 fuel? Did it accidentally say 80 when it really meant 8? Who knows? Let's just continue exploring. Well, I say exploring, and by that I mean having our officers explore for us. Let's just get Tim Simmons to explore the room some more. Oh, exploring in 2 different fronts. Okay, that place is destroyed. Let's go to the nebulas, because that way I can get more fuel so that he can travel for longer. Okay, there is fuel here. Let's pick up the fuel and then just leave. I will now fast forward the video until something interesting happens. Okay, so now I have the questline where they want me to build a satellite drone station, which is one of the most useful things in this entire game. Because collecting resources constantly by sending your own ships out can be really, really boring and tedious. So, how about you just set up a bunch of satellites that load cargo ships and send them to your base for you? So, now if I go here, for some reason, you need to research a fuel plant before you can build a satellite drone control. Don't know what's up with that, but whatever. Anyways, continuing to fast forward. Okay, so as you can see, the Cruel have sent out a raid fleet. So they're going to Mantinea. Where is that? Oh, how inconvenient. It's the place I already uncovered. So let's just get Corvan Lau's fleet, or single ship in his fleet, to return home. He's explored the room, good, that's acknowledged. Just get him back. Oh, and the Corzan have appeared. Sir, a Corzan delegate has arrived. I'll put them through now. human friends! Greetings from Onir and the Corzan consciences? I don't know. Many commiserations to you and your people, Commander. We came as soon as we sensed the tremendous outgrowth of psychic torment from New Terra. By now, I'm sure you too have discovered the terrible tragedy that has befallen your race. The Federation is crippled, and you, my child, must pick up the pieces. But be heartened, human, for Onir will aid you in whichever manner you desire. I'm pretty sure Onir is the name of their own planet. Fantastic! Resources and ships would suffice. Of course, we can't give you physical aid, per se. We were more imagining counsel, advice, an admittedly scaly shoulder to cry on. More in that vein. What kind of counsel are you offering? Well, of course, we can't offer you many visions of the future. That would be highly destabilizing, and as you know, would run counter to our sacred task of guiding and pruning the continuum. But there is one piece of premonition we may impart on you, if you accept it. Sure, lay it on me. Do not trust the Collective, or the Zlar, or the Yabling. They are conspiring against you to seize your station. In fact, don't trust anyone except your friends the Corzan. That's it. Oh dear, is it that time? I fear I must be off. The Collective must be promptly warned of a terrible, terrible mistake it is about to make. I do apologize, but extrasensory knowledge is a heavy, heavy burden. Please, do come by Onir sometime. The desert air is deliciously dry this season. So yeah, that was the Corzan, one of the 4 other alien races in the game. Most of our interactions with them, however, will be after what I like to call the Chimera arc, which is pretty much like a big turning point in the story and gameplay of the game. Anyways, so I get all of these materials from the exploration. The Corzan are now returning to their system, which... Okay, so the game decided to create the Corzan territory with only 2 planets. So this is Onir, the Corzan home planet, and as you can see, my diplomacy with the Corzan is 50. And then, yeah. Anyways, so let's go there. Set up the colony defense fleet, also add him, and they're off. Meanwhile, I'll go here and start construction on the Officer Academy. Yay. And I don't have enough materials for the fuel plant. Anyways, we go off. Ah, there we go. More nonsensical dialogue. It seems like you've got something dripping there. Not the response I was expecting. Fascinating. I'll write that down. So, this little ability inflicts ship disable, which, in the recent updates, the crew are now mostly all resistant to it. So, I'll just use it on this guy. And it works because they only have a 10% resistance, bringing its chance of happening down to 65%, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, they happen to be vulnerable to... Oh. We're in a system with a cluster swarm. So now in this update, all of the different systems can make everyone immune to a specific debuff. This makes everyone immune to hull breach, well, a 100% resistance to hull breach, but they happen to have a minus 50 a minus 50 resistance to it, so it still has a 45% chance of hitting. So let's not do that, let's just shoot them. I'll then inflict engines down on the Clipper. I'll just bring up the stats right now. The Clipper does much more damage than the Aberrant. Wait, does it? Yes, it does. Anyways, now that he has engines down inflicted, I can use Flak Barrage, which will make the damage double. Then he immediately gets shot at by both enemies. Let's see, I'll just use Harass to do some damage. He uses Spike to do that. And as you can see, there's a specific buff where when a ship recovers from ship disable, they then have a plus 75 resistance to it for the next few turns. So now let's just shoot it some more. Use Repair Room Overdrive on yourself. Please stop. Engage setup footage. It's over! Somehow he got really lucky and dodged lots of my attacks. Anyways, we blew up the aliens. Now let's collect our resources and go home. I will give him Weapon Supercharge, which makes him do extra damage, but makes him also take extra damage. Oh. So... okay, so I got so pretty much, you can get elite crew for your ships. Pretty much, the ships also level up, and they have new ranks that they will achieve, and each time they gain an elite crew member that will increase their stats. Anyways, so now that the Officer Academy's construction is finished, I can now select a new officer. The person on the right, I just went through their biography, and something isn't right. According to her biography, she uses ramming techniques at every available moment. So why then does she not have ramming speed as one of her abilities? Come on! Well, anyways, I have to recruit a science officer next. Since I have a tactical and an engineering, I just need a science officer now. This looks pretty good. Spin maneuver, solar flare, and nano restoration field. That is the golden move. What is your backstory? Leonard Vulcanus, noted biologist, is solely credited for the creation of the volcanous sludge, an extremely versatile amorphous substance with many potential uses, including fuel processing, camouflage, and edible sustenance in truly desperate situations. Oh, that's it. That's a pretty short bio, actually. So let's get him. Commander, thank you for this opportunity. You won't be disappointed, sir. Anyways, I can also instantly recruit another officer, because I only need a level 1 officer to recruit the next one, but I'm not going to do that yet. First I have to give him a ship. Let's see. This one is faster. This one is faster and has more evasion, but this one has more hull, more damage, and higher critical hits. Let's get this one. And let's have him explore a bit. Zooming out, let's have them get back, and now there is a pirate. Yep, a pirate fleet has arrived in our system and they're preparing to bombard us. We've picked up some of their chatter. There is no comparison. Cut is definitely the strongest candidate to replace the Admirax. Let me get this straight. You trust that mutant Zlar to continue the Admirax's legacy? So what if he's a little unstable? You weren't at Scorpius, you didn't see that maneuver If we're talking piloting skills, why not Willa then? To me it sounds like someone's a little biased against the Zlar. Listen, say what you will about Yablings, you can't ever doubt their profit motive, right? Hey, I hear you. Anyone except Savick, right? That collective thing gives me the creeps. You said it. Anyways, that was the extent of the communication we were able to intercept. The pirates have since taken bombardment positions against our station and have opened fire. The bombardment is going to cause crew loss over time. When the crew reaches 0, then game over. We're not going to let that happen. Let's send the defense fleet. Engage combat. And it's only a bunch of shivs. Engage sped up combat. Commander, we're getting a distress call from the sector. It appears to be pirate in origin. Oh, so there's a pirate distress call in one of the systems. So we will check that next episode, because I have been recording for quite a while. Let's just get them back, and that about does it for this episode. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed a bunch of sped up footage. So I guess I will see you next time. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Some of my content is sort of boring, I apologize for that. I started this and I must finish it. Bye!